Hey everyone, Golden Ninja 3000 here again. Today I'm reviewing LEGO Idea set number 21317 Steamboat Willie. This has 751 pieces, 2 minifigures, and it retailed for $90 in the US when it was released, I believe in April 2019. I didn't double check that, but this set is pretty old. It's retired now. I actually picked it up over 2020 Black Friday on sale for $72. And I really debated building it, but I'm glad I did because it is a pretty awesome set. The Mickey and Minnie in this set are based off of their original appearance in the Steamboat Willie cartoon, which was from like 1928, I'm going to say, because that's the number on the boat. So I really love that because we did get these minifigures in like grayscale and this kind of black and white color scheme. We got them in the second Disney CMF series, but the ones in this set have metallic printing. It's not chrome, but it is shinier than like the light bluish gray that we got in that series. He's holding this printed sheet music of Turkey in the Straw with an image of a goat on it. Would have been great to actually get a physical like black and white goat piece in this set, but we all know that we haven't seen Lego goats for many years. Here's a better look at that metallic printing. It looks really great in person, and his legs are dual molded with that color. I think they're like molded in flat silver and then painted on the front with more silver. And then he's got this little hat mold as well, and that just connects to the pin on his head. I think Minnie is definitely the cooler figure here. She's got that wonderful black and white guitar, but I just love that metallic silver skirt on her. It looks incredible. Both of them have unprinted torsos, which, you know, I'd expect. But their faces, their heads, I guess, they look great in that dual molded color. It's so crisp. I'm so glad those pieces aren't printed because you know that that white would be all washed out if that wasn't an actual plastic color. She's also got her little hat on her head. This and Mickey's hat, I believe, were both new molds for this set, but they were introduced through the CMF series, which came out like a month later. That is also printed with the metallic color. And then her pants are also dual molded. She's got kind of like her under leggings or whatever. And then she also has metallic silver shoe printing, just like Mickey. We've got a good sized boat here. And again, my favorite part of this set is how everything is just built in like black, white, and gray, because I think it just looks so cool to see, you know, like kind of a black and white cartoon jump out into real life like that. But I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the main play feature right now. As you roll this thing along the ground, the paddle wheels on the side spin and the smokestacks are pushed up and down. That is a really awesome play feature. This thing does move, you know, like just like a car. It's got hidden wheels underneath. And so it's really easy to turn it around. And I just really, really, really love that play feature. Up at the front, we've got a little flag. We've also got a wonderful black and white bird. Again, this is also dual molded. I believe this is the Friends mold, just with different printing, but you can see how washed out the eye printing is there. Don't love that. And you do have these kind of like boat pieces used at the front. Most of the hull is actually properly built up in a really interesting way too, but I'll talk about that in a little bit. I just don't really like how you've got these exposed sections. Like everything is tiled over except for a couple of studded areas. And so I don't like seeing the hollow studs here. I kind of wish that that was tiled over as well. On the side, we have some wonderful prints that say SS Willie and 1928. Those are metallic prints, just like the minifigures. So that's really cool. And then you do have a couple windows on the side here, but you can't actually get into them because the entire interior is blocked off. You've got more windows and a door at the front, but this can't even open. This kind of stuff does frustrate me a little bit. I'm someone that really loves interiors on sets, and so the fact that this thing has nothing but wants to pretend like it does just kind of bothers me because, like, I want to be able to get in there. I want to be able to use that space. Luckily, there is a little bit of usable space all the way up at the very top, which I'm very happy about, because this set's obviously not completely proportionate, I think, to the actual ship because, I mean, you can't make it completely proportionate. It would be a much bigger set than it ended up being. But you can remove this roof with a couple of the smokestacks, and I was really happy to find out that there is enough space in there to fit a single minifigure. So you've got a couple life preservers on the walls, you've got a minifigure stand in the center, and then you've also got the ship's wheel over here that can spin. So I'm gonna take Mickey and try to gently put him in there. Sorry for rocking the camera a bit. So he does fit. And you can just take the little roof, put it back on, and look at that. He squeezes in there. He like just barely fits. but that is what I wanted. So I'm really glad that he's able to be in there, even if he can't really see out from beyond the wheel. The smokestacks are in the middle and they're just kind of pushed up by this function inside. You can start to see inside there, and I really don't like this either, where you can see all of like the different colors of bricks used. Like you can see blues and yellows and reds, and I think that that looks terrible. I mean, yeah, you're not going to be looking at this thing from top down too often, but even from this angle, you can start to see yellow poke out. And so I really would have just preferred if consistent colors had been used in there. And finally, we'll get around to all the racket happening at the back here. You do have a little winch system, a little crane. So you can like just, you know, turn this crank and you can raise and lower this little bin. It says potato bin on it. This is from the cartoon. It's a very nice print, but there's nothing inside. Don't love that. Would have loved to, you know, actually have a real crate piece with some potatoes. I thought this actually was a real crate piece until I pulled that off. It's been like a couple months since I built this set. So yeah, I would have rather had a crate piece like one of those ones from Friends, you know, that Lego's been using in more and more sets. But I mean, this was 2019. Maybe they didn't really want to use it. But I think that this is a pretty clever little build. It does kind of annoy me how like tiny it is though, because it rotates like down at the base of this cylindrical brick, but then it can also rotate like on top of it. So to me, that's just too many planes of rotation, because if you're not holding it, it's like hard to make it move. Like you need two hands to work it, which I don't like, because if you aren't using two hands, then this thing is just gonna like kind of swing around everywhere, and so that does bother me. You've got a couple more unprinted bins over here. You've also got some saucepans hanging up on the wall. You've got Thor's hammer hanging around on the back deck for some reason. Maybe it's in the cartoon. I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen the full Steamboat Willie cartoon, in fact. This door cannot open either. And then you've also got a little bucket just sitting here on the deck. So there is a nice amount of accessories. The only thing I would have asked for is like an actual place to hold this hammer. Like just one more clip on the wall, because I don't really want to leave it sticking out of one of these crates. There is a little rudder back here, but it cannot move like left to right. It can only move up and down. So it's very much just for the aesthetics, not for actual use. And then this is a closer look at the paddle wheels. I really love the way that these were built. They're literally just clips and plates. That's all they are, and tiles to finish off the look around an octagonal, you know, like one of these clip pieces. I need to get better at describing Lego parts, but I really love the way that those are built. I think that they look fantastic, and they look really great when they're, you know, pushing through the water like this. And here's your look inside the ship. As you can see, there's a ton of colors in here. It's very colorful on the inside, whereas the outside is just, you know, so black and white. I love that. I love that there's so much color here. I just really wish it wasn't bleeding through up top, as I mentioned with the smokestacks. That really should have been covered up more. And here you can kind of see how, you know, as you turn the wheels, they turn these gears. And yeah, there's a whole complicated mechanism up in there. It was a lot of fun to build. And this whole thing is a lot more intricate than you would expect, which I'm sure you guys can tell because of the fact that all of this interior space is blocked up with just bricks and this function. I also love the way the hull is built. You do have some snot building here with these just kind of like large curved pieces on the side, but you also build upside down with opaque like helicopter windscreens from Lego City that are attached with ball joints. That was really fun to put together. And as someone that really likes the preformed hull pieces on Lego pirate ships, I had a lot more fun building up this ship hull than I ever expected. And I can't believe I almost forgot this, but we do get this really nice kind of display plaque for this set with a brick-built Mickey head. You've got another one of those 1928 prints. And around the back, it's pretty plain, but what I love about this is that it doubles as a minifigure stand. So you can just remove this little assembly. It's just 3 pieces there. Lie this flat on the ground, and then you can display Mickey and Minnie together on this silhouette. I think that that's really clever. It's not, you know, as elaborate of a stand as some other things, but I mean, I just really love how you can either have it standing up to display the set, or you can have the minifigures on it. Personally, I'm not going to keep the minifigures on it because I like them on the boat, but it's still a nice option. Here are the extra parts, including a duplicate of Minnie's hat, which is a great piece to get. The box for this set is really nice. You know, it's very devoid of color for a Lego box, but I love the printing on it because it's got metallic printing just like the minifigures. So that Mickey Mouse logo, the water that the boat is on, even like the Lego Ideas logo, all of that is metallic, which I think is just fantastic. And this is a typical Ideas box, so it is, you know, like one of those kind of flip top ones. And you've got that really nice Steamboat Willie logo on the side as well. But it is one of those opening ones. You can't store the finished set in here. I mean, maybe if you laid it on your side, but I think it'd be a tight fit. The instruction manual has a different image on it, and I really love that drawn background. It also, you know, tells you about the actual cartoon at the beginning. You can see the boat is not proportionate, but hey, they tried. And I really liked getting, you know, all this information about, you know, early days of Disney and about the design process, because I always like getting information about this stuff. So we've gotten a couple different languages. There were only 3 bags for a $90 set. Yes, that is correct. And then at the end of it, it just has a little ad for Lego Ideas to tell you how you can turn your idea into a real Lego set. I really like this set. I think that from its appearance to its functions to the minifigures, everything is done very well. It's definitely a love letter, you know, to the original Steamboat Willie cartoon and the birth of Mickey Mouse. However, what's terrible about this set is the price. $90 for this was ridiculous back in 2019, and it's still ridiculous now. I thought maybe after building the set, I'd understand why it's $90, and I really don't. Like, yes, the interior is complicated, there's a lot of functions, but this set has like 750 pieces and 2 minifigures. For $90, that is freaking ridiculous, because the size of the finished thing isn't worth $90 either. The size of this finished set, like looking at it, I guess, oh, okay, maybe it's a $60 set. And then, you know, you've got the functions and whatever, slap a price increase on it because it's Disney. So I'd say that this would be a great $70 set, and it would still be overpriced if it was $80. But at $90, it's just completely terrible. I'd say get this set if you can find it for a good price. It's retired now, so maybe $90 is a decent price, but I just can't believe that this was ever sold at a price that high, especially because Ideas usually has really good value for money. So that's it for today. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and check out my website, goldenninja3000.com, and I'll see you guys in more videos soon. Bye for now.